Hello everyone! Today I'm making Cantonese-style braised beef and a radish. This is a classic and a famous Chinese dish. And I'm using chuck roast today for the dish, but I highly recommend to use a beef flank if it's possible. The flank is a tough cut of meat, becomes amazingly tender when cooked for a longer period. Chuck roast or short ribs as an alternative. This dish normally takes a few hours to slowly cook them over the stove so the meat will be tender and juicy, or you can use Instant Pot pressure cooker to make the dish, which only needs about 10 to 15 minutes. First step, soak the beef in the water for about 15 to 30 minutes to remove blood from meat. Then rinse and pat dry the meat, then cut the meat into bite-sized chunks. And next step, make sure your pan is properly heated before adding in the neutral oil and the meat. Also, avoid moving the meat immediately after adding it into the pan. Let beef chunks sear undisturbed for a few minutes. This way, the beef chunks will release easily from the pan. Once it's properly browned on one side, then we'll flipping them around, make sure to brown all sides. Prepare a pot of water with some ginger slices, scallions, bay leaves, and star anise in the water. Then transfer well-browned beef chunks in the water. Boil them for 30 minutes over medium heat. Then we'll take out the beef chunks, discard all aromatics. Save this pot of aromatic water for later. Use the same pan that we used to brown the beef chunks. Don't wash the pan. Add 3 tablespoons of any neutral oil in the pan. Then add garlic, ginger slice, and scallions in the oil. Toss around aromatic for a minute, then add beef chunks in. Next, we'll add 2 tablespoons of Cantonese rice cooking wine. Then toss around beef chunks for a minute after adding the rice cooking wine. And next, we're going to add one of the signature ingredients for the dish, which is called zhuhou paste. Add 1 tablespoon of zhuhou paste in. Toss around for a minute, then add another tablespoon of peanut butter in. I didn't realize the step of adding peanut butter did not get recorded. Continue tossing around after adding peanut butter. And next, we're gonna add red bean paste, 1 tablespoon. Followed with adding all aromatic water that we used to boil beef chunks. Then toss around for a minute or two, allowing peanut butter, zhuhou paste, and red bean paste to dissolve in the pan evenly. Then add more water to completely cover the beef chunks since we're going to cook the beef chunks for 45 minutes over medium heat. Add 1 tablespoon chicken bouillon, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, and 1 tablespoon oyster sauce. Stir around for 2 minutes, allowing all aromatics well combined with the beef chunks and broth. Then cover with the lid, let it cook over a medium heat, set timer for 45 minutes. While beef is cooking, let's pre-boil daikon chunks for 5 minutes over medium-high heat. Parboiling removes the distinctive smell of daikon, also can help daikon absorb flavor even deeper. After boiled for 5 minutes, take out the daikon from the water, set on the side. 45 minutes later, beef is well cooked, but not 100% fork tender yet. If you use a pressure cooker, only cook beef for 10 to 15 minutes in the pressure cooker to get fork tender. Then add daikon in after without pressure cooker. The beef is about 85% fork tender right now. I'm going to add a daikon in here and continuing cook for additional 15 minutes. Give a well stir here and make sure all daikons soaked in the broth. Then cover with the lid, set timer for additional 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, turn off the heat. Don't open the lid, let it sit for additional 5 minutes. There you have it. Gosh, this smells so good. Cantonese-style braised beef and radish now is ready to be served. Garnish with minced scallions, cilantro, and some red chili slices. The beef is so soft and moist. Daikon soaked in the sauce makes it amazingly delicious. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and definitely give it a try. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I will see you next time. Happy cooking, everyone!